What is up, my divers? It is your boy, Reef Diver here, coming back at you again with a brand new video, and a surprise video, since I didn't plan this at all. So, yes, this is Cuphead Series 2 Plushies. It's the second wave, woo. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm reviewing on my beautiful couch. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. So, basically, yeah, because I'm reviewing on my couch because it looks nicer, and as Stumble said, this couch is, like, really iconic. So, without further ado, let's review these. So, let's start off simple. We're gonna go left, right here, to right. So, we're just gonna start off with, yeah, the black and white Cuphead. So, the only reason why I think they made the black and white Cuphead and the Cuphead plush is because for people who didn't have anyone from Series 1 could get these guys and sort of just have Cuphead and Mugman, sort of. Basically, if they didn't get Cuphead and Mugman from Series 1, they could get these guys instead. Here's a little comparison with my Cuphead. He doesn't look exactly the same because, of course, all the plush characters are different. But they are pretty much the same thing, just the color difference. Which one would you, which one would be better to get? Your preference. Do you like the colored one or the black and white one? I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you didn't get Series 1 characters, I'd recommend getting him. But if you did, then there's really no point other than just the collection part, I guess. So then, we don't have a Mugman in the set, but we do have a Cuphead, which he is part of Dimmy the Great's boss fight, where he's like thinking, he's like going through this like thinking process, and he's like, oh, what should I do? Oh, I will use their own strength against them. Then he summons this thing, which is called a Cuphead puppet. So he has the same straw as Mugman, so that's cool. But yeah, there is no black and white Mugman in the set. So yeah, there's this guy, you know, he's pretty cool, sort of similar to the other cups, I guess. So here's Mugman comparison. The main difference, though, I'd probably say is that his hands aren't really opened. They're like this little punching. They're like in a fist, pretty much. So that's sort of interesting, you know. And yeah, that's Cuphead and Cuphead. I wouldn't recommend getting Cuphead unless you didn't get anyone from Series 1 or you want to collect all of them. But I sort of will recommend Cuphead because, I mean, he's sort of just interesting to have, but I understand why, because he's not really a boss character like the rest of these guys. He's just part of a boss fight. Alright, now we're getting into the spicy stuff. So, here we go. This is King Dice. He's the assistant of the devil in the game. Oh man, he's his boss fight. His boss fight's a real stinker. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, so he's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. He's just, I'm sorry, but, like, I wouldn't lie. Come on now. He's got this little tie, which it's not really soft, but, I mean, it's a tie. He's got all this stuff printed on him. He's got the shoes. I've heard, like, some people that review plush toys, they don't like it that some of the stuff is printed on them. I don't know. It doesn't bother me that much. Unless there was, like, something else they could do. See, look, he's got this little, extension on his shirt. He's got all the dots on his head. And, yeah, he's got no 2 because it's underneath his neck and you can't see it. And his face is the 1. And that's his nose. His nose is the 1 on the die. Okay, so, yeah, I know some people complain about plush printing, I guess, is what you call it. But it doesn't really bother me most of the time, unless they're, like, they did it to be lazy. I think it was with the sister location plush, that they would have that plush printing, and people were complaining about that, and it sort of just looked weird, because, like, you would touch it, and it would, like, go out of place. But with these, that's not really the case. So, this is probably one of my favorite ones. I haven't watched many reviews, so I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or not. Of course, I really like King Dice, because, I mean, like, it's about time we get him. So, Cagney Carnation, I already said, he's pretty good. So, he's got his hands, you know, like his attacks. He's like, can you catch these hands? What's pretty interesting is that his feet, or legs, not really feet, but that's really cool. I love how they did that. I like didn't think he would really be that good because, you know, like they would just be like, oh, you know, they're not gonna add legs because with some of them they don't have legs. But this is actually pretty cool. I'm glad that they did Cagney like this. This is his face. This is really rough. This is just, yeah, it's really rough. Do I hate it because it's rough? No. Because I don't know if they could have made it soft. So, this looks really nice. His face is really cool. I love his, like, grin and his eyes and stuff. And, yeah, overall, I think he's one of my favorites in this set. So, yeah, King Dice and Cagney. I really like them. I don't know why I'm reviewing them in twos, but I just am. Deal with it. Okay, now we're getting into the questionable characters. I'll tell you why. So, Calamaria, one of the most popular Cuphead characters. I mean, so the top part looks good, you know. It's all good, you know. But then we get down to the tail. So the tail, I feel like, is where they could have done something. So I know, like, I think someone else was complaining about this. I don't know. I don't think I've even watched any reviews except for like 2. So I'm pretty sure others have do not like this. And do I like it? Not really. With Legendary Chalice, she has the same thing on, like, the little ghost tail. The difference is that she flies. She's a ghost. It makes sense. But, like, this, what they probably could have done is either made this 3D, which they couldn't for some reason. I feel like that would have been better. But at the same time, oh, she wouldn't be able to sit down because she had a 3D tail. I mean, they probably could have gotten it to work, though, just they still kept this crease and then just made it 3D. I don't know. It's just awkward. What they probably could have done also is, like, have her tail split into 2 parts, like, have these be 2 legs, or what they did with Cagney. But people would probably be mad about that. So, I mean, if I were working on the Funko team and working on the plush toys, which, I mean, you know, you should hire me, JK, no, don't. If I were working on these, I wouldn't know what to do either. So, I don't really like this, but at the same time, I don't know what else they could have done. If you have any ideas, you can comment them down below. You can if you want. So then we get in Rumor Honey Bottoms, the Queen Bee. I suck at this boss fight. Honestly, like, the Rumor Honey Bottoms and Captain Brinybeard, those are some of the hardest fights in the game. Calamaria, she's not that bad. She's, like, sort of hard, but at the same time, sort of just fun. This one is awful. It, like, tortures me. But my least favorite one is the clown guy. You got the wings, the crown, and the difference with this one is that it doesn't have any legs. But it doesn't need any because this is a dress. So it actually works, unlike that one. And it's just weird. I don't know. I guess you could say the same about, like, this one, Legendary Chalice. How, like, oh, this one's in the water. It doesn't need to walk. Yeah, but, like, I'm never gonna put this thing in the water. So the finals, well, I'll start with Captain Brinybeard. So here we go. This is Captain Brinybeard. Woo, another World 3 boss. Actually, a lot of these guys are World 3 bosses. I just realized that. Calamaria, Rumor Honeybottoms, and Captain Brinybeard. The only one that's World 1 is Cagney. That's pretty interesting. I didn't realize that until now. So, Captain Brinybeard, he's got the little peg legs, which is really cool. You know, I remember that from the boss fight. The main boss in his actual fight was more the boat and not him. But I'm still glad they sort of did this, because I still liked him as a character. So, you know, he's got the little fist hands again, and his beard face, you know, looks pretty nice. Really soft. I think all of these are, like, made out of the same stuff. Yeah. I mean, maybe not Calamaria. Feels a little bit different from everyone else. But I think, for the most part, everyone is made out of the same stuff. Except for Calamaria and Legendary Chalice, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So, Legendary Chalice is a GameStop exclusive. So I had to go to GameStop and get it. It's just saying you can only get it at GameStop. If it's from somewhere else, it's probably not real. Again, the tail, that doesn't matter. She's gonna be floating, like, you know, she's not gonna be, like, walking around like the Calamaria is. Well, I mean, I don't know what you could have done with Calamaria. Alright, I'm done with that. I could make a whole rant on like what you could be doing with Calamaria as a plush character. I could go on a whole rant. I could say they should never have made her. They could have done this. I'm just not gonna do that though. So, anyways, this video's not a rant. I'll save that for later. The little handles, and then for the little halo, I think those are what are called. It's just like partly stitched onto her head, so it's not like weird where there's like a weird thing popping out of her head, and it's like it's made of like clear fabric and sort of floating. That's what I see a lot of action figures have, but these aren't action figures. So I think that actually looks really nice. And the top part of her head is massive. I don't know if that's how it is normally. I don't think her head is this huge, but since she's a ghost, I guess it doesn't really matter. Her head might be this huge. I'm not sure. Put it on the text if I'm wrong. Put it on the screen with text if I'm wrong, if her head is actually huge. So her face is made out of this weird, it's not weird, but it's not exactly soft either. It's this weird material that's made it to look more fabulous. It's the same stuff that's Phantom Foxy's made out of. Yeah, this is Legendary Chalice. It's only GameStop. So that is all of the characters. Stay, there you go. And yeah, all of them sit down, so that's really, really good for display purposes. And that is the review. If I had to say some favorites, it definitely King Dice, since I've really wanted him, and Cagney Carnation, since I really like how he turned out with the legs. I'm pretty sure he didn't have legs. He was just a root sticking out of the ground. Well, anyways, they could have done the same thing with like Rumor Honeybottoms having no legs, but he actually does, so I really like that. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you think my opinions on Calamaria are wrong, if I should do a video ranting about that thing. I mean, I don't want to, but I could. And yeah, so just comment, just say stuff, whatever your opinions, anything I mentioned in the video. If you think that is actually worth getting, even if you do have the normal Cuphead. And yeah, it's just. Oh yeah, I forgot. Here's the devil plush, by the way, since I never did a review on the Cuphead characters and I showed everyone else. Okay, yeah. So I'll see you later. I'll see you in the plush collection video. Unless I make another one. I don't know if I will. So yeah, bye!